Everyone, welcome back to another taekook one shot. I hope you will enjoy it. Jungkook take care of all chores before he goes to the college. A perfect delight, smart and popular guy. There was literally nothing he was lacking. He always wore a beautiful bunny smile to attract people, but now he was curious about something, about someone. He wanted to know how does the hybrid his young brought on Sunday look like. Yes, he knows it. He saw Hanji bring in the small hybrid that night, and since then, the door of Hanji's are always locked. He brings food and water from the being inside the room and then lock the room when he leave for work. Now Jungkook is curious about why. Why is the hybrid not allowed to meet anyone, not allowed to meet even him? Because the room is just in front of his room. He often find himself blinking, staring at the closed door from his room, wondering what he must be doing now. At least Jungkook has stuff to keep himself distracted, but what about him? Soon, without any realization, his curiosity turned into desperation. He started peeking inside the room every now and then when his young would go to bring him food or something, and every time he did so, the only thing he could see was the small creature lying there while a blanket covering his body. The only visible body part was his baby pink feet. He watched his young leave and even tried to break off the lock a few times, but obviously it didn't break. He wasn't sure what exactly did he want. He started springing Abra's topic here and there in his and his brother's conversation, hinting his young that he was aware of Herbert's presence, but today definitely was weird. Something was definitely about the day. Peeking inside room was part of Jungkook's routine. Now he did it without even realizing, even though he knew he wouldn't be seeing too much of the creature. But today Jungkook blinked, looking at the Herbert who was sitting on the bed today. How unusual. His face was turned away from Jungkook, so he wasn't visible much. He was looking around as if registering his environment. His head movement was soft and quick, giving a clear hint of him having cat instinct. Jungkook took a few steps closer before he slowly pushed the door, his eyes still stuck on the hybrid. The hybrid jumped alarmed, his head turned towards Jungkook and he hissed, threatening him with the sharp nails. He revealed his sharp canines as he extended towards Jungkook. Jungkook's eye widened as he stumbled back, terrified. That was when he heard footsteps of his young approaching, and he ran back to his room. The man simply went inside his room with the tray of food and closed the door, and it was all went silent. Jungkook pressed his ears against nothing. It was silence as if nothing ever happened. Jungkook felt his heart beating inside his ear as he took a deep breath, trying to calm down. He lied on the bed, waiting for his brother to leave. Of course, Jungkook wasn't someone to let something like this go that easily anyway. In the morning, everything happened so fast that his brain couldn't even process anything, and he couldn't see his face properly, and now he wanted to see it. Jungkook, I'm leaving, Hanji informed, exiting the house. That's it, that's the moment for Jungkook. After checking at the lock on the door, he ran outside of the apartment. Good thing they lived in the third floor. He wasn't have to climb much, he thought. With a deep breath, he started climbing the pipe leading to the window. He wasn't even sane at the point. All he cared about was the habit. He wanted to see him desperately. His hand reached to the window glass as he tried to pull it open. His head written, it's closed. He asked to particularly no one before he lost his balance and landed straight on his hips. With the fall, Jungkook was brought back to reality. He rubbed his hips and went back to his room. His body flopped on the bed with a pout. Now he was sure that was a bad day and he wanted to prevent doing anything stupid anymore to make day worse. It was day off, so he decided to do what he's supposed to do, take a nap. It was almost midnight when he woke up. He dragged his feet out of his room to get some water. You are up? He heard his brother's voice ask from behind as he was getting the bottle from the refrigerator. He switched on the light to reveal the man who was sitting on the dining table. Why are you still awake and out of your room? Jungkook asked, glancing at the shut door. He walked closer to his young and took a seat in front of him. I just didn't feel like sleeping, he said, looking around. Jungkook nodded as he took a sip of water. He pulled his phone out and started playing on it. His name is Taeyong, he heard his young say, and his fingers froze. Why was he telling him about that little cat? He hated him because the cat hurt him. He didn't want to listen any nonsense about him, but he didn't say anything. He let his young continue. I found him a few days ago. He wasn't in good shape, so I decided to keep him until he is okay, the man said, and Jungkook rolled his eyes in annoyance. But that doesn't explain you keep him locked. Jungkook sped, still busy with his phone. He is kind of wary of strangers, so to avoid any possible accident, I keep him locked. He explained. What a load of nonsense. He is wary of strangers, but he is fine with sharing his room with a stranger. Jungkook was trying his best to not sound rude, but was terribly failing. Well, I saved him, so maybe I'm not a stranger for him. Hanji reasoned, and Jungkook seriously felt like punching him in his face. He doesn't know why, but Jungkook, I swear I'll tell you everything and wouldn't hide anything. Hanji promised with a wide smile, and Jungkook faked one as well. It was weird how Hanji's sweet sword irked Jungkook even more. Jungkook's self couldn't digest the fact that there is someone in the world who was okay with his young but not him. He wanted him to like him as well. Hanji's phone rang and the said man received the call. Now, sir, I will. The call disconnected. God, no. He crushed, getting up from chair and rushed to his room. He got out of the room after changing into his uniform. Jungkook, it's an emergency. I'll have to leave really soon here. Make sure you lock the room, Bo. He requested hesitantly, placing the key in his hand and ran out of the apartment. Jungkook slowly got up and checked if the man was inside the elevator. He looked at the key and a crooked smile crept on his lips. Locked him up. I'm gonna kill him today, he said as he discarded the keys on the table. Jungkook's feet made their way towards the room. As he inched closer, he could hear some noise coming from the room. Was Taeyong crying? Confused, Jungkook opened the door and walked inside the room. The There, the Howard was lying there. Jungkook's shirt dropped at he saw the rope tied around his left wrist connecting to the bed post. Ears pricked up, alarmed, and the black hair sticking in all directions. The big teardrops seeping into the same pillow he was biting on, the muffling his cries. His white maiden dress he was wearing was right up enough, saved him my foot. So this is the business you all take care of all day long? Jungkook spat in disgusting, looking at Taeyong annoyed. Taeyong's eyes snapped up open as he flares his fangs again, trying to sit up, but the rope restricted him from doing so. Don't kill me, I'm not here to harm you, he said, walking to the hammer before he removed the ties from his hand and leg. What Jungkook couldn't understand is why did he keep whimpering even when he was being freed. He should be happy, right? But he sounded as if he was in pain. He thought the habit would attack him as soon as he will remove the ropes, but the opposite happened. The cat jumped on his body and hugged him desperately, ruffling his hair, sniffing his face, and licking his mouth ever now and then. The habit soured him with his accent. With his sense, whoa, 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 what are you doing? What do you want from me? Jungkook asked, trying to get out of the hug, but the hold was too tight for him to get rid of it. Help me, it hurts. The hybrid begged with a taut whimpered, help what? Jungkook looked down, feeling something. Taeyong's slow voice was like blazed to his ears. What do you want me to do? He growled against Taeyong's ears. Taeyong's cheeks flushed as he quickly looked down before he hugged Jungkook's belt. Use your words, kitten. I'm not in mood to decode your cat language. His husky voice commanded, sending shivers down Taeyong's spine. Need you, please help me? He was cut up by Jungkook's lips. I didn't remember you acting like this a few minutes ago, baby boy. He whispered against Taeyong's lips before he put Taeyong's body on the mattress and connected their lips again. After a few minutes, are you okay? Jungkook asked, slowly looking at the person who lied there with eyes closed. Taeyong slowly opened his teary-filled eyes and looked at Jungkook. Did I go too far? He asked, and Taeyong slowly blinked at him. Did it mean yes? Jungkook asked, and Jungkook was suddenly pulled closer, and Taeyong gave a peek on his neck. Jungkook never in life thought he would be liked by someone for real. Do you and Hyung do this kind of stuff? Jungkook couldn't help but himself from asking the question. Taeyong looked at him, confusing. Do what you mean? Taeyong's taut voice asked, and Jungkook nodded, ashamed, with a shook of head. Taeyong denied. You are more like a family. I don't know if you will understand it, but Hanji is someone who saved me. Then why were you tied up and in this dress? Jungkook decided to voice out his question. It's only cloth I have had. now it's ruined. Hanji's clothes are too big for me, and for the ties, it was to stop my desperate self. Then reasoned. Jungkook looked at his lap, embarrassed. I'm sorry, I thought. Jungkook obliged. What are you obliging for? Assuming things about me? Then asked, and Jungkook nodded. Well, if you really want to apologize, then give me some of your clothes to wear. You smell really nice, sir. Taeyang teased, and Jungkook has widen as he felt some weird feeling in himself. Jungkook looked away. Help me wash these sheets and I'll help you deal with it. Taeyang offered with a smirk. So everyone, how was this? You can tell me in the comment section, and if you like it, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. And other playlist link you will get in the description box for other stories. So please check it out, and I'll see you in the next episode. Then take care, bye bye.